Good evening, everyone. This is Joshua Hayes at BigWaveTrading.com coming to you with the December 16th market wrap-up. Today saw the market indexes rally higher. It started off good as the market gapped up on most of the indexes, like the NASDAQ. Let's go take a look at the NASDAQ. You can see the small gap higher from the close yesterday, and you can see the higher close. If we start on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, after the Ben Bernanke announcements where he slashed interest rates to 0.25% to zero, basically making it free to borrow money, the Dow Jones Industrial Average rallied 4.20%. Dow Jones Industrial Average volume was slightly above average. The good news right now is that the price is above the 50-day moving average, so the big caps are now in a sub-intermediate term uptrend and short-term uptrend. So if you're looking to start looking for longs, you can start to look now. Only now could you start to look. However, I want to caution everybody, look at the volume in September, look at it in October, and look at it in November. And look as we rally, look at what the volume does. There's not much oomph behind it, and it's even more obvious in the other indexes. You can see the S&P 500 retook the 50-day or took out the 50-day moving average today, rising 5.14%. Volume was much higher than the day before, but look at it compared to the 50-day volume average. It was below average volume. So anybody that thinks that today was an extremely bullish day and that we are completely out of the woods is completely living in a fantasy world. It's a sub-intermediate and a short-term uptrend on low volume. And that can then even be confirmed on the NASDAQ. As you can see, the NASDAQ is rallying, and it is right up against its 50-day moving average on lower volume. Look at the volume in September, look at it in October, and look at it get lower and lower from the November lows to the early December rally to even the rally today. Volume is below average the entire month of December. So I don't know how anybody sees this as extremely bullish, as a weekly completely shows you the big tall red bars on the way down and then the small green bars on the way up. How is this extremely bullish? I don't know, and I caution everybody to be careful, tread lightly, don't go 200% to 400% on margin long right here. I'm sorry, there's no volume confirming the price action. You need both, not one or the other. S&P 600, 6.38% massive gain today. It's good for a trader's market. If you happen to get the low, you're up almost 25% now on this. Very bullish session, but once again, the lower volume, you can't see it here, just dampens it. The VIX now is trending below the 50-day moving average along with the VIX. However, the VIX didn't show an extremely huge drop, so there's still a little bit of fear out there, but I just don't think that I'm just not too sure about the rally. Listen, I got 2 more new longs today that I'm going to add to the 4 longs. I'll now have 6 longs. And I don't have any new shorts today, obviously, and I had to cover a short today. But still, all of my shorts that I have big gains on that you see listed on my commentary every night, none of them gave me a full sell today. Not a single one said, get me out of here. Even CETV, retaking the 50-day moving average after trending up for a while, didn't have enough volume to say cover the entire amount. And the 2 new longs, they're not that great. They're not can slim quality. And ISYS and AXYS and DMND breaking down right beforehand, everything just looks odd here. But however, the most troubling aspect for those of us that are majority in cash is the United States dollar index. This, I've heard, the last 5 days is the worst 5 days for the dollar since the euro came about in 1999, and that's obvious by even looking at my chart here. It's very sad to see. It's very nerve-wracking, I have to admit, being in cash. If you bought with the move over the 200-day moving, your 50-day moving average, you now only have a 7% gain, and I would suggest getting out of everything but 20%, and hopefully you maybe hedged it with going short here. Hold on to that short. Why? Because UUP is very bearish looking, so even the people that are selling the ETF are selling a lot of the ETF, and in 4 days, that's a gigantic volume surge. And a weekly just doesn't look pretty at all. And then even worse, look at the UDN. or better if you're a bull, if you're a dollar bear. Look at that accumulation at the end of November. Look at the accumulation now. Look at the beautiful price action December. Max Green Bop. That's an extremely bullish looking bottoming chart. This, with this, makes me know that the dollar's probably done. This could be the beginning of the unwinding of the dollar carry trade, right? I don't know. It makes me a little nerve-wracked. All I can hope and pray for is that stocks can set up and break out and actually work. If they don't, the one good news is gold, platinum, silver's moving, and the gold, silver stocks are putting in very nice bottoming patterns and could potentially turn into nice longs. However, I'll save that for part 3 for my subscribers. Part 2 will go over the longs and shorts that I have in my scans today. Should probably go through that pretty quickly. And then part 3 we'll go over the gold and silver stocks, which some are looking quite bullish. A lot of green bop out there. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up early so I can go get started on the other parts that are more important. This is Joshua Hayes at BigWaveTrading.com. I'm telling you, folks, all you guys that think that the bottom's in, I would probably think twice about this because I have one question. Where's the volume? Like the lady said in the 80s, right? Where's the beef? Where's the beef? Where's the volume? Where's the leaders? Where's the huge price gainers? I don't know. We'll come back tomorrow. You know that I've got my pulse on this market. This is the most insane market I've seen in my 13-plus years of trading. Hopefully something sets up and works. We made money this year, thank God, but I've lost a lot of my gains, and I can only pray that this just hopefully sets us up for a possibility to make more money later on. This is Joshua Hayes at BigWaveTrading.com. I'll be back with part 2 and part 3. We're going to go over the gold, silver stocks, and then the stocks in our scans. Aloha.